Hey, welcome back to 1920 Gaming. We're back here in FIFA 20, ready to take another step on this manager's journey. We're still rocking with Warsaw. We're looking at today's episode. We've got the cup game against Preston, we've got the second leg versus Arsenal, and we've got our only one in league game against Millwall at home. And also in this episode, we're going to take care of the January deadline day. But before we get into all that, I'd just like to thank you all for taking time out of your day to watch this. It means a lot. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. If you do, please hit that like and subscribe. I can't stress enough how much that would help. With that said, we took a mini look at the league then. We are, I think, still 3 points clear of Stoke. There was more footage of the league which for some reason went all blurry, so I wasn't able to show it. I was going to cut it out altogether, but obviously the league does play a part in this episode, so I thought I'd leave at least a little bit in. If you do want to have a closer look at the league, it does give you the option to just hit that pause button and take a look at that for yourselves in better detail. I just, like I say, thought it'd be better than not having it in there at all. Now I was thinking, do I rotate the team for this Preston game? But I do want to still progress further into the FA Cup. If I want to hit the targets that we set ourselves, which is to always improve, we need to be getting to the final of that cup somehow or another. But before we do that, we've got to get through this tie here. And yeah, I will see you at the kickoff, guys. Here we go then. FA Cup is underway against Preston. As you all know, some of our players today have come in pretty tired. I wanted to go full strength because, like I said, I want to progress in this cup. We're going to be rotating anyway for the next game against Arsenal. So I hope I don't live to regret it, because we could have just gone rotated today, risked it, and then had a full team for the Arsenal. But I wanted to go this way, so we'll see how it goes. It's a big game in the season for us. FA Cup for a club our size does bring in some nice money. So yeah, we need to do what we can do to get through, and we'll just see how the game develops. One thing that we do have to do today is make sure that we keep the ball a lot when we get it, and make sure we make the most of our energies. Oh, Moreno's hit one there, and it has gone in. What a start that is. I didn't see that going in. I just thought there's not really any passing options, so we'll hit one. We've hit one and it's gone in. And Moreno again, going to show his improvement this year. I actually think that he's one of our most improved players this year. He's finally made that place his own after Cam Sober and everyone else left. and he's grew into it this year as he's had more opportunity, and he's absolutely just leathered that one past the keeper. Just laced it straight into the corner. What a finish and what a start to the game. And now that kind of links back to what I was trying to say before all that developed. We need to be smart today. When we get the ball, we need to have it for longer spells than we've been managing recently, just because of the energy levels of the players. Hopefully we can manage that. We've got something now to hold on to as well, which is going to mean that we don't need to be running around a lot, chasing the ball, trying to force a goal or anything like that. We can just do what we were doing at the beginning of the season, hopefully. Keep the ball a lot, keep them away from our goal, take the chances when they come, and hopefully put them away as well. Oh, there was a ball on for Doku there, but Garcia didn't see it or he didn't play it. That's gonna let Preston in maybe here. We need to cut this out. Morgan didn't manage to, but Giles has done well there. And yeah, that is a really good start to the game for us. But since I've said that, this last 10 minutes, Preston have had some really good opportunities. Fosu's took a bit of a risk there. He's got it back though, he worked it out well with Clark. But they have created a couple of decent opportunities, Preston. They've come close once or twice. It was nothing worth showing. It was just like shots from distance, but they didn't miss by much. And they could be in again here now. Oh, that's a great little ball. Oh, what a save from the keeper. Fosu, just get rid of it. What are you doing? What are you doing? That was a complete shambles defensively. It's been coming, I'm not gonna lie, but oh man, for it to go in like that, that's so disappointing. We got lucky here. The keeper's made a good save. All he's got to do is just hit it clear, and instead, I don't know why he decides to take a touch before trying to clear it. He's let his man in. He's let Brown in. And we're back at 1-0. You can't put that down to the fatigue. That was just really poor from somebody who's been really stellar for us actually at the back this season. It's really disappointing that we've conceded like that, but we've got to get on with it now. There's still large parts of the game left. Hopefully we can get back on the front foot again, because since we scored, it's been all Preston. In terms of creativity, they've probably had more possession. Like I said, they created them one or two opportunities, so the goal was coming. We just need now, we've got a goal kick just to get, oh, we haven't got a goal kick actually to corner. And thankfully we've got that one clear. Sorry about the voice guys, I'm still feeling under the weather at the moment. But as I touched on in the last episode, I don't feel as though it's an excuse to not get something out. So we're going to keep plodding along. Again, it could probably affect the on-pitch performances a little bit, because I'm just not as sharp or seeing things as quickly as I normally do. Hopefully it's not going to wreck the season. I don't know, maybe it'll even make things that much more interesting for you guys if we start playing badly. But yeah, we're going to just plough on. We're not going to think about it, and we could be in again with Moreno here now. And that's really poor as well. We've got just the 10 minutes left now. See if we can do something before half time. And the answer to that, guys, was no. We couldn't do anything before half time. We're back. The second half's just kicked off now. Preston already in the first 5 minutes have just had a half decent chance, which is why we've come back at this point. Oh, that's a nice little leave there from Gomez. Tremblay battled on well, and it's Moreno again with his left foot this time, and he's put that one away as well. He's probably been the hero in this game at the moment. We've got the lead back, and yeah, hopefully that's going to be enough to see us through now. We need to get back on our possession again, and yeah, hopefully we'll be okay for the rest of this game. It's a great finish, that. Absolutely unreal from Moreno, who, like I said, has really improved this season. Not just his finishing, but his decision making as well. He's got a lot more assists than he ever has done this season. So yeah, he's having a really, really good spell at the moment, and hopefully for him that can continue. And somehow that's 3-1. Hey? How can it be 3-1? Something's gone wrong, guys, with my footage here, because I could have sworn that that was only 2-1. I've lost some footage somewhere. I apologise about that. That is something probably from feeling under the weather. But yeah, that threw me a little bit, but okay, win 3-1 up. And we definitely should be in a position now. Oh my life, what a ball that was from Garcia. Clark could be right in here, but he's just not got the legs that he's normally got. And that could, yeah, that saw the end of that attack. But what a beauty of a ball that was there from Garcia. But yeah, I apologise about that second goal, guys. I'm still not exactly sure where the footage from that's gone. But yeah, hopefully now, if we don't do anything stupid, that should just mean that we are hopefully through to the next round, even though there's half an hour left, and that we can start making some changes. I've put Smith on the bench today and Harris on the bench, as you'll see now. Taylor's on there as well, but I don't really want to use him because I want to use him for the Arsenal game. So we're going to put Smith on. Who else? We might put I do want to use all three. We got Smith on, we got Harris on. Maybe we'll put Oldie there, I'm thinking. I mean, I don't see why not. Win 3-1 up, we could just give him a goal there. Again, Ferreira, I want to use him in the Arsenal game, so yeah, that's what we're going to go with, guys. Those are going to be our changes. Preston, as you can see, have just made one as well. It makes sense to give the youth a chance while we're ahead in terms of Smith and Harris. They've not been able to get a run out for a while either, and it could be that we might even see them on the bench in the Arsenal game as well. Just give them a bit more experience while we've got an opportunity to do so. They're both not bad players. They're both, if we do end up doing another season, depending how this one turns out at the end, they're in future plans. So yeah, it just makes sense to give them a run out. But in any event, let's see what happens in the end of this match then. And nothing else, guys, did happen, which is why you're seeing now that we're welcoming Arsenal to our place. And I will see you guys at kickoff. Okay then, so here we go. It's the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-finals against the Arsenal, and we are 3-1 up going into this one. So as you'll have seen from the graphics, we've rotated quite a lot for this one. Plan for this one is just to keep the ball for as long periods as possible, keep Arsenal away from the goals. Hopefully hold on to this lead. It'd be great if we could extend it, but it's not a must. It's not a rush for a must anyway. If we were to go ahead and probably score the first goal of this game, if there is any goals in this game, then obviously I think that would kill the tie-off altogether. But it is a big ask. It was a big ask to beat them at the Emirates, though. We did manage that. Arsenal, as far as they're concerned, they've gone for pretty much an identical lineup to the one we played against at the Emirates, and that was close there already. And Didi there getting up with a free header. He met it well enough, he just thankfully he couldn't guide it onto the goal. But that's a decent start there for Arsenal. After this game, guys, there is going to be just highlights of the Millwall game. Before we come back from deadline day, because my voice for one thing is actually really struggling now. I don't know whether you can hear it because my voice is not great at the best of times, but it definitely feels really sore. So we're gonna you just do highlights of that one, and then we'll come back for deadline day, and that'll be it for this episode. We could be in here though, and we are in, and Ferreira has just killed this tie off within the first 15 minutes of the game. Hardy does well to win the ball back. Ferreira doesn't even think about setting himself, he just smacks it back across the goal. First time, hard as he can. I think Leno was shocked. He didn't get time to react. As you can see there, the ball's past him before he even gets down. It's a good finish that first time, hitting straight back across it, putting it back where it come from. It's left the keeper with no chance, and we are 1-0 up against the Arsenal. And we got a big chunk of time gone in this game at the moment where nothing's really happened. Hardy's done well here though, and so has Harrison, and he scrolls it in somehow past Leno. I thought Leno would save that, to be honest, but no. Harrison, who is very useful, as we know from last season, in front of goal, has stepped up again when called upon. Hardy done really well there. He's had a good hand in both goals actually, Hardy. and Harrison's got it on target, which is all he can really do, and he has managed to beat the keeper. And we've well and truly put the tie to bed now in, I think it's just under half an hour, or just over half an hour, sorry. And yeah, Arsenal have got it all to do now. I thought we'd get a result against them here. I said it in the first leg. I was expecting it to be a draw. I mean, it still could be, we could still even lose on the night, but I don't think there's any way that we lose this tie now. So results would say that we look like a genius for using the first team. Oh, what the hell's just happened there? We got away with one there. I think that was Olmo again, the guy who scored past us in the first leg. It was. He didn't get across it. I think it was actually blocked. It must have been for being a corner, in which case it was good defending. And Big McKeith there in again. I absolutely love him. When we do a different career, there's a lot of these players that we've nurtured and coached with the training tool and the minutes that we've given them on the pitch. There's a lot of them that when the time comes, I'm actually going to miss playing with them. They've all developed little characteristics of their own. And yeah, it's going to be a shame when that happens, but we don't want to look at that just yet. There still could be at least one more season yet, depending how things go in the league. Our results have not been as consistent, obviously, as they were at the beginning of the season. And like I said, we have let Stoke back in, so there's still everything to play for yet. Oh, that's a nice little 1-2 with Hardy again. Ferreira's in again here, but this time it is a good save from Leno as we're going towards half time. Can we do anything with this throw here? We've got Taylor moving around for it. It's come back out to Williams. It really don't matter if we went all the way back there at the moment, but we haven't done that. Ferreira's got it now. I thought Hardy I was going to try and shift it back onto his right foot, but we couldn't get that done. And we need the break now before Arsenal can hit us here. McKeith's been turned out of the game. That's a good ball wide. We really need to just block this out now, just see half time through, and we do. And that is a really good first half for us, really positive. And we've got Arsenal. I think we're going to the final, to be honest. We've got Arsenal beat, I reckon. So we're almost at the hour point now, which I felt was a pretty good time to come back. Nothing really happened at the beginning of the second half. We've got Ferreira coming all the way through here, and Taylor's just banged one in right on the hour mark, and that is probably game over on the night as well as in the tie now. All we've got left to do in this cup now is the final, and also to wait to see who we actually draw in the final, which, as long as it doesn't pop up anywhere before the end of this episode, I will reveal in the next episode. And it's time now to make some changes. We have kept Smith and Harris on the bench, like I said. We're going to bring Oldie on for Harrison, who's had a good game. And we're going to bring Harris on in his proper position maybe this time. I think so. And yeah, we're in no danger, so just like I said in the last episode, let's just give them a run out and some experience while we're in the positions that we can do them sort of things. And yeah, we'll just see how the rest of this game develops now. And so far so good. We've kept Arsenal at arm's length. They've not created anything at all, or not shown any signs that they're going to get back into this match. It's almost like they've accepted that they're defeated. Smith now come out of position to get the ball. Nice little back heel there, good composure. Harris has done well here. Can he turn back? He can. The ball's passed back, and what has actually just happened here? I think we've got a penalty, but I actually don't know what for. Harrison does so well here. I mean, yeah, the defenders are harassing him, but at what point there did he actually foul him? I don't know. But be that as it may, it's not going to affect the outcome of the game, so it's a chance for Llorente to get another goal, and he has just done that. And that is, I would say, the strangest penalty decision I've ever seen on possibly any FIFA. Any that I've played anyway. I don't know. Like I said, at least it's not been a tight game where it's something that's made a huge difference anyway. It's a nice penalty from Llorente. I mean, we didn't ask for it. It was given us, so at that point all he can do is just put it away, and that's exactly what he has done. And we now are 4-0 up on the night against the Arsenal. And that looks like that's exactly how it's going to stay, as we just move into injury time now. And as you can see, we're just popping the ball about, just running the clock down really now. If anything opened, obviously we would try and take it, but there's no need. It's been a great display overall. We've now knocked Arsenal out of the cup, and we've gotten to our first major final. That's a really good effort, especially in the circumstances. We've had a big run of games. We've rotated the team. We've used the whole squad really well in this last week or two. Across this last month, I would say, if we take the last episode into account as well. So yeah, it's been a great effort from everyone in the squad. We got really positive results in all the games. Now let's jump into those highlights against Millwall. And there you have it, we get the 2-0 win against Millwall as well, which leaves the league looking like this. We are in fact still 3 points ahead of Stoke. So yeah, things are going okay. It could have been a lot better, like we have lost a lot of ground to Stoke, but on the positive note, we are still top. It could have looked very different, because in that game against Millwall, we deserve not just to lose, but to get absolutely battered. Somehow we still found a way to win though. It's probably been the worst performance of this entire career mode. From all the way back in season 1, that one against Millwall. But we'll forget that now. The game's over, and we've got the 3 points from it. We've just received an offer there for Kinsella. It wasn't a bad offer, but he's worth more to me than what they offered. Because any time that we rotate the midfield, he can play in either of the positions that we've got there. and we do call upon him quite a lot when we do rotate, so he's not going nowhere. We're not going to be bringing anyone in either, guys, just because I'm really happy with the squad as it is. And if we go through the squad hub like we've done in previous episodes, all the players are happy with the amount of minutes that they're getting and this, that and the other as well. So there's really no need to upset that just for the sake of bringing someone in. And also it could be that this is our last season, as I touched on, and with that being the case, I want to finish with the players that we've got, the players that have got us here. So the window was a quiet one for us. It is also going to see the end of this episode. Again, I apologise for the voice if you can notice that it's in a worse state than normal. But other than that, once we've done these look at this youth academy, guys, that is going to round off the episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, once again, please do hit that like and subscribe. And of course, in the next episode, we find out who we've drawn in both the cups, as well as whatever games come our way. I'm not even going to go onto the calendar because it'll reveal everything. But it'll all be in the next episode, guys. But until then, this has been 1920 Gaming. Thanks once again for watching, and I will see you all shortly in the next episode. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye bye.